Hello everyone and welcome back. So the last video that I posted was a room tour of my entire figure collection, as well as like my prints and plushies and all of that stuff. So I figured after showing all of that, a good next video would be to show what my favorites are in my entire collection. Because even though I have like 100 plus figures, obviously I'm gonna have some favorites, and my favorites I would describe as like my end-all be-all of my figure collecting journey so far. These are the ones that I would buy again and again and again. Like if I had to start over my collection, these would probably be some of the first ones that I would seek out and, you know, want to have first if I were to start completely over. And I think I have some pretty good ones. You know, these are my like bury me with these figures, you know, picks. Like they're all just so good, and I'm so excited to get to gush about them today and share with you all what my favorites are. Maybe we have similar favorites, let me know. But if you like any of these figures, if you own any of these figures, let me know down below and we can talk about them. And it's so fucking hot up in this room, so if I look sweaty or whatever, that's why. Like, it's very warm today, very unseasonably warm for like the middle of March where I live, and also super windy outside, so yeah. But anyways, let's start gushing about my top 5 favorite figures in my collection. And I'm only gonna be covering scale figures, not like Nendoroids or prize figures or anything. I might do like a separate video on that because I do own quite a few like Nendoroids and prize figures, so I could do like a top 5 for those. And I do have some top picks in those categories, so maybe I will. But anyway, I'm so ready to start talking about these scale figures, so let's get started. So my number 5 pick, I actually talked about for a little bit in my room tour, showed him up close and everything, and it is the Medicine Seller from Kotobukiya. He is so gorgeous. Like, when I first saw this figure on the anime figure subreddit, I had never even heard of this show, but I saw somebody post him and I was like, that is the most beautiful male figure I've ever seen. Like, just the composition of it, his background piece, like that acrylic piece in the background, the way he's posed, his face, oh my god. I'm such a sucker for like elf ears, so like pointy ears, I guess. So that was a huge selling point. And just like his makeup, painted nails. I love when a figure has painted nails. He's just, oh my god, he's so beautiful. But his aftermarket was insane. Even after like 3 re-releases, his aftermarket was still so crazy. Oh, I had to turn on the fan. But anyway, his aftermarket was so crazy that I was like, there's no way I'll ever get him. But then, I believe it was last year, he re-released in like January or February, and when Kotobukiya put up the pre-order for him, immediately, like immediate pre-order, I needed him. And I had, by the time he went up for pre-order, watched the show, and I love the show. I love the art style. It's so unique. I love the story and like just how mysterious he is. So yeah, I had to have him as soon as he went up for pre-order, and I'm so happy that I pre-ordered him on like his 4th re-release, because he shot right back up even after the re-release. Like, he's one of those ones, he could be re-released like 20 times and I feel like his aftermarket will be insane every time. So I'm so happy that I have him. He's just, he's beautiful. And if I have some B-roll footage of him, I'll put it in. But yeah, definitely a recommended pickup if you like this style of figure, if you're a fan of the show, or even if you just like pretty men. he's 100% a recommend. And I do really want his new Kotobukiya scale that's based off of like the movies, because I did really like the movie. I think Phantom in the Rain it was called. I did really like it, and I absolutely love that Crispin Freeman is his English VA, because Alucard voice actor for him. Oh my god. But anyways, it's like 34,000 yen, which is absolutely insane for Kotobukiya, but I feel like I almost have to pull the trigger, because if his aftermarket is any indication, then I mean the new one's aftermarket is also gonna go crazy. So I feel like I just have to do it, but I might pre-order it from like an American store or US based store, because it'll probably equal to about the same after like shipping from Japan. So I don't know, but I do really want him. He's so gorgeous, but he is very special to me. I love him so much. Moving on to number 4, it is another male figure, another very popular one, if I might add. His aftermarket has also gone buck wild, but he's a little NSFW, so I'll try to like cover him. But it is the Toa on a toilet. Not his actual name, but I call him Toilet Boy. It is the Toa native figure 1/6 scale. He is absolutely insane. Oh my god. Oh, he is so pretty. Like, just that hair and his face and just like his pose with the cigarette. Oh my god. I love Toa. I have read Slow Damage. I know that those VNs aren't everybody's cup of tea, but I love him so much. And when I saw this go up for pre-order, well, I saw the prototypes before he went up for pre-order, and I honestly was like, when I saw his prototype, I was like, he's so pretty, but I don't know about his crusty ass toilet. But then I was like, I prefer the way he looks in this one over his SkyTube figure, which I don't have pre-ordered. It's just, I don't know, it's not really my thing. But I was like, I need a Toa, so I'm going with this one. And I'm so happy that I did. When he came in, oh my god, I had to go pick him up from the post office because I wasn't home when they tried to deliver. And when I grabbed him from the post office, I was like shaking. I was so happy to have him. And when I opened the box, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, his face, he has the smirking one, and then he has kind of like a, I don't know, like a kind of just like chill one, I guess, like a no expression kind of faceplate. But I went with this one because I just love that smirk. It's such like a Toa expression. I just, every time I look at him, I'm just like, I'm so happy that I pre-ordered him. He was expensive. He was 33,000 yen, which is absolutely nuts. But his aftermarket now, he goes for like 50 plus yen. So I'm so happy that I have him. He is, like, he's so perfect. Like, I just love to like look at him. Oh my god. Anyways, yes, I love Toa. I love this figure. Oh, oops. Little booty hole shot. But yes, I love him so much. Number 4 in my collection, if I had to start over my collection, he would definitely be a pickup for sure. Like I said, I know the toilet isn't like everybody's thing, but you know, I guess if you've read Slow Damage, you know what the toilet's all about. Moving on to my top 3 figures. These are all female figures, and my number 3 is actually one that is also pretty popular, but she is 100% worth the hype. And it is none other than the Rudo Eve body harness version by Pink Charm. She is everything. I didn't even know that this figure like existed really until she went up for pre-order, and I saw her on the Ami front page up for pre-order, and I was like, I need her immediately. Like, excuse me. I've always liked Rurudo's design for Eve, but none of the figures really like spoke to me. Like, because I don't want to just have this huge collection of figures that I kind of like of the same character. You know, I wanted one of her that just like really spoke to me and made me go, yes, I need that. And that was her. Because like everything about her design is so pretty. Like her shoes with the little bat wings, the body harness, her hair, her little wings in her hair, her wings with like the little lacy pattern, her pigtails, like everything about her is just stunning. Like, oh my gosh. And then her velvet base too. Like, she's such a unique figure. She has those like cutesy gothic vibes, which I love. Her face is so pretty. Like, Pink Charm definitely does the best Eve face in my opinion. Like, they've got that shit on lock. Like, that face is so pretty with like her little blush, and I love the highlights of purple in her eyelashes and like the different little shades of pink and the little highlights in her eyes. Oh my god, she is absolutely stunning. I'm so happy I pre-ordered her. Oh my god, she's everything. She's everything. If you like Eve or just like Rurudo figures and Rurudo's art, I think she's definitely a must-have. She's pretty expensive in the aftermarket right now. I think she goes for like $450 to like $600, which is absolutely nuts. I think I paid like 25,000 yen about for her on pre-order. Oh gosh, I need to dust my figures. If you see any dust on these figures, no you didn't. But anyways, she's totally worth it. Every time I look at her, I'm just like, I'm just so happy that I pre-ordered her. She's so stunning. I love her so much. All right, on to the top two. These are the heavy hitters in my collection, the ones that I would try to pick up again first. Like, these are my immediate, like, I need those in my collection. And both of these are figures that I picked up in the aftermarket, and they were so worth it. They were worth every penny that I spent because I love them so much. They are never leaving my collection, ever. Hold on, let me... There, I'll put him in the background. But anyways, this next figure is kind of heavy, so I'll probably like pick her up and then show her and then sit her back down. But it is none other than the Kyoko Kirigiri B-Style by Freeing. She's from Danganronpa, for anyone who doesn't know. One of the most iconic Freeing bunnies, if you ask me. This is her tights version. Oh my god, I just have no words for her. She's so stunning. And just everything about her, from like her cute little bunny ears to her gloves to her tie, like things they kept from her outfit in the game, and then like her little armbands and her boots. Like, she has such like a punk vibe, and I love it. And I love her character. When I started collecting, she was one that I was like, I don't care, I will spend whatever for her. And I found somebody selling her on My Figure Collection for like $400. So I immediately messaged them and I was like, please, will you sell this to me? Even though I'm in a different country, like, please. So they sold it to me, and she was sent via surface shipping, and that was like the longest like 4-month wait ever. Like, it took a little bit longer because it was still kind of during COVID, so a lot of surface shipping times were longer than normal. So I bought her in like January of 2022, and I got her at the very end of May 2022. And when I tell you I was so nervous for those 4 months that I was waiting for her, like, oh my god, is she gonna make it to my doorstep? Is she gonna get lost on a boat somewhere? Like, what am I gonna get her? Because I'd also never ordered anything surface before, so I was pretty nervous. But when I got the notification that she was in the country, I freaked out. I was like, oh my god, she's actually here, and I'm gonna have her in a few days. And so the day that she delivered, I actually got to leave work early. Like, I didn't ask to leave. My manager was just like, hey, do you want to go? And I was like, well, yes, because I have a very important package waiting at my front door. And oh my god, when she got here, I flipped out. I opened her up, and she actually did have like a little bit of paint transfer on her arm there. No fault of the sellers. I think it's probably just because, you know, she was on a boat for months, you know. Probably just a little paint transfer happened, because in her picture she didn't have any, so not the seller's fault at all. But even with that little bit of paint transfer, I was so happy, like, to finally have her in my collection. It didn't feel real. I didn't feel real because I wanted her for so long, and when I finally had her, she is just, I have no words. She's stunning, and I will never ever sell her. She is mine forever. I love her so much. She is everything. She is everything. I'm gonna be saying that probably about, I've probably said that about every figure, like, oh, this figure is everything. Well, they are. That's why they're in my top 5. So yeah, Kyoko, if you have a chance to pick her up, even her bare leg, I feel like would be so worth it, because even though she's kind of missing that like little bit of punk vibe without the fishnets, she's still stunning, and I would recommend any version of her. Like, such a top tier bunny. She's so gorgeous. I love her so much. And moving on to my number one figure. Oh, little spoiler there. Moving on to my number one figure. I made it my collecting mission to get her, because I knew that when I had her, I would never sell her. I would be happy. I would be content. I could never, you know, get another figure in my collection, and I would be totally fine because I had her. And she's very important to me. Very special figure, very special character. And it is none other than Maka from Soul Eater. This is her 2014 scale by Medicos or Medicom or something. I don't even know. But she is my absolute holy grail, my favorite figure, the figure I paid the most money for. I paid $600 for her, including shipping, without the box. Egregious, I know, but I was like, I finally saw a listing for her on my figure collection, and I was like, I have to do it, because she literally never pops up anywhere, especially for a decent price. And I was like, it's now or never. Like, I have to get her. And I'm so happy that I did. I have absolutely no regrets. She's been in my collection for going on 2 years now, and every time I look at her, I'm just in such disbelief that I own her. She's stunning. She's everything to me. Like, when I say everything, like, this is the figure, I really mean it. Maka has been my favorite character in all of anime since I was like 14 years old. Soul Eater was kind of my introduction into anime when I was 14, and I absolutely loved Maka. I went through a huge Soul Eater hyperfixation, and I still absolutely love Maka. Like, she's such an amazing character, such an amazing female protagonist, and just everything about her figure is awesome. Like, her pose, how huge Soul is, like the cracking on the base, like her feet are digging into the base, like her facial expression, like it's so her. And this was just the figure that I absolutely needed. And for so long I felt like I would never get her because she was just so rare and so expensive. So when I finally got her, I was just like, is this real? Like, do I actually own her? And yeah, she's just my absolute favorite figure. Like, bury me with her. I want her to go to the I want her to go to the afterlife with me. Like, oh, I'm looking at her, I'm holding her in my hands, and I still don't believe that I own her, because I literally thought for so long like she would just never be in my collection. And I do own her Pop-Up Parade, and I love her Pop-Up Parade, but I knew that even once I had that one pre-ordered, I was like, I still need this. Like, she's never not going to be my holy grail. And she still is my holy grail. There is no other figure that I want that has even come close to how badly I wanted her. Like, she's just so special to me. My favorite figure in my collection forever. Nothing will ever top her. Even though I have figures in my collection that are arguably, you know, better quality than her and like maybe better sculpted than her. Just like how special the character is to me and the series is to me, like that is what elevates her to the top of my collection. Like, Maka is such a special character to me, and to have not one but two figures of her, one being this figure, like it's just so special, and I love her so much. Like, never getting rid of her. She's mine forever. I love her so much. I feel like I've gotten progressively sweatier as this video has gone on. The sun is shining like directly into this window and just making this room so hot. But I hope you enjoyed getting to see my top 5 favorite figures in my collection. If any of these are your favorites in your own collection, or if any of these are like your Holy Grail figures, or, you know, figures that you're searching for, let me know down below, or let me know what your top 5 favorite figures are in your collection. I would love to discuss figures with everybody. I'm like the only person that I know that collects anime figures. Like, all my friends and stuff don't, but so I don't really have many people to talk about it with at IRL. So yeah, if you want to discuss figures with me down below, I would love to. I also have a TikTok account and Instagram account that I like to post about figure stuff. So if you want to, you know, talk about figures on there as well, I'll leave my links to my profiles down below. And also, just real quick, kind of like some plans I have for this channel in the future. I don't know if I really want to focus solely on figures. I definitely do want to talk about them, you know, on my YouTube channel, but I also kind of want to talk about my other interests like video games, PC gaming and tech, anime, you know, other kind of stuff that I collect and stuff like that. I kind of want to just make this channel like a catch-all for discussing my hobbies. So, I don't know if this will stay 100% focused on anime figures, but if you enjoy any of those other things or watching videos about any of those other things, then yeah, I would suggest subscribing. I'll probably only be making videos when I feel like I have something that I really want to talk about. But yeah, that's just kind of like a little announcement, I guess, of kind of where this channel is headed. But yeah, I guess until I want to make more videos, I will see you guys later.